Okay, in the previous class, we were discussing how to use a Smith chart to find the unknown impedance. So, if you know the distance of minima or maxima from the load point, we can find out what is the load value. Okay, if load is known value, see, like this is a problem we were discussing in the earlier class. Standing wave pattern of a particular system is given in figure A. Find unknown impedance connected to the system. Okay, so that load is connected, but its value is not given. Load value is not given, but distance of minima is given from the load. At what distance that minima is? Okay, from the load point. Okay, we will take that. Okay, this example here itself I have. See, like this. So distance of minima is given. Okay, a transmission line with a characteristic impedance 50 ohm is connected to unknown load ZL, as shown here. The measured VSWR on the line is 2.4 and the distance of first minima from the load is 0.3 lambda. Find the unknown impedance value connected to the system. This is not given, but what they have specified, at what distance this minima is, first minima is from the load. It is given, load point is here, this is a load. As you move like this at a distance of 0.3 lambda, minima is there. Okay, or what we can say, if you stand at first minimum, the load is at a distance of 0.3 lambda. In the other way we can state this problem. So from the minima, it is load is at a distance of 0.3 lambda. Okay, so if you know this, we can get the value of unknown load. So for that, what we have to do, here VSWR is given on the transmission line based on the value of ZL. Okay, there is a VSWR that is equal to 2.4 and it is a unique for that particular load here. So we have to draw the VSWR circle on the Smith chart to find the unknown load. So that is this way. 2.4 means this is a 1, here is a 2 is there and 3 is there, and each division is a 0.2. So this is a 2.4, 2.2, 2.4 here. So take a radius equal to this, okay, 2.4, and draw the circle, that is a VSWR circle. And from this VSWR circle, we can come to know where is the maxima and minima impedance and what are those values also we can come to know. So wherever this VSWR circle, whatever it may be of any value, VSWR circle, wherever it cuts the right side here, there is a Z maxima. Similarly, Z minima is here at this position. Okay, so that is a minimum impedance point. So you can say it's at what distance it is somewhere here. Okay, so from here we should move towards the load. See, like towards the load we have to move. How much distance? 0.3 lambda. So this is a position where the impedance is minimum. You go to the wavelength scale. See, here is a wavelength scale here. Okay, upper readings are for towards the generator. These are for towards the generator. But these are for towards the load. See, anti-clockwise direction. These values. Okay, anti-clockwise direction we have to. So from here we should move a distance of 0.3 lambda. So it is 0 value here. To this you add a 0.3. So you will be getting 0.3. So where we can stop here? Start from 0 and go on moving like this. Okay, like this, and you see where is that 0.3. This is 0.2, 0.12. Go on moving like this. It is a 0.3 here. So from here, load point, from here you move towards the load, that is in the anti-clockwise direction. From here, that is you are moving like this on the VSWR circle. Okay, in the anti-clockwise direction, and you stop here. What is the distance from here to here? From here to here is 0.3 lambda, 0.3 lambda. So to know the distance, you should go here to the wavelength scale to know the distance. So from here, load position, this is a load position on the wavelength scale, you move like this. Okay, this is 0 started, 0.04, 0.05, like this you go on moving, and like this. Wherever you come to the 0.3, you stop here, 0.3. Okay, So that is the distance, load distance. We reached this position. From there you draw a line. It intersect somewhere our VSWR circle. Read the impedance here, whatever the impedance. Okay, that impedance here 1.7 plus J1 I got here. Okay, in your Smith chart you do that. See, this is a circle between this circle. This is a 1.6 circle, this is 1.6 and this is a 1.8, but it is in between those two. That means here it may be, that is 1.7 here, 1.7 plus reactance value. You see the which reactance circle is passing through this point. This is a reactance circle. Okay, this reactance circle value is a 1 here. Okay, circle value, reactance circle value is a 1. So that value you take here. Okay, 1 plus 1, this is a normalized value of impedance at this position. That is the load value here. Actual value multiplied by Z0, that is 50 ohm. You will be getting this. So like that we can find out the unknown load. Okay, starting from if the minima distance is known. Okay, this is a converse to the previous one, to find the distance of minima and maxima. So what we were doing, from here we were moving in the clockwise direction to reach this point to get a maxima distance, and to this point to get the minima distance. But here this is a opposite approach. If you know this if you know this and at what distance load is, if you know, we can get the value of load, converse approach. Okay, so this is a problem what we were discussing, unknown load, how to find a unknown load. Okay, similarly one more example we were discussing. See this one. Okay, this is okay, what is the load value? If a given value is this is a waveform given, voltage standing wave ratio on the transmission line is given. Okay, minima, first minima is at a distance of 5 centimeter. Okay, that we did. Okay, because it is given in centimeter, you should convert that into wavelength. If it is given in wavelength, d minima, no problem. Otherwise you should get a value of this in terms of wavelength. So you should divide that given distance by the wavelength. Okay, to get a distance this d minimum in terms of wavelength, what we have to do, we should divide this by one wavelength. See, first we find out the wavelength 40 centimeters here. Divide this value by that value, we will be getting this. Okay, so now from the minima you move towards the load. So from this minima, this is a minima position, you move towards the load. What distance? 0.125 lambda. It is written somewhere, you see 0.12 here, 125 somewhere here. Okay, I have not done here exactly, you people please do that. Okay, in your Smith chart. 0.125 lambda. You from here you draw a line passing to the center of the Smith chart. So this is a point. Here is a value of impedance. Okay, this value I read, it is equal to this. Okay, this is the intersection of this circle, 0.6 circle, and this r is equal to 0.8. Sorry, x is equal to 0.8 circle. Passing through this point, which resistance circle, which reactance circle. So that is a normalized impedance. Actual impedance you multiply by 1, you will be getting here. Okay, like that from minima, if you know the distance, or from maxima also, if you know the from maxima, for example from here, if you know the distance of this, what we have to do, you should start moving from here. You should start moving from here and go in the anti-clockwise direction again, like this, anti-clockwise direction. You should move like this. Wherever the distance comes, you stop. After traveling that much of distance and try a line, you will be getting that load value. Okay, even from the maxima is given or a minima is given. If maxima distance is given, sorry, minima distance is given, you should start from here. If a maxima distance is given from the load, okay, this is a load point here, maxima is here. If this distance is given, maxima distance is given, then what you have to do, you should start from here. You should move like this. Okay, hello, audible? Hello, audible or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Audible.
Audible, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. See, okay, that is a way of finding the unknown load impedance. See, next problem is, next thing is, see here in the figure A, okay, this is a figure A shown below. Find the impedance at a distance of D equal to 0.15 lambda from the load. What is given? This is some system, transmission line system is given. Load is connected, source is connected. Okay, the question here is shown in figure below. Find the input impedance at a distance of D is equal to 0.15 lambda from the load. Okay, so from the load, this is a load given. Okay, from this load point, you should travel a distance of 0.15 lambda. Up to here you should travel and find what is the impedance here. What is the impedance? Okay, that is a question here. What is the impedance at a distance of 0.15 lambda from the load point? So load is there. From the load, you should, what you should do? You should travel a distance of 0.15 lambda towards the generator. Towards the generator, you travel a distance of 0.15 lambda and stop there and find out what is the impedance here. What is the impedance? Okay, that we have to do here. Okay, what is the input impedance at this position? So what we have to do, from the load point you should travel a distance of 0.15 lambda and stop and find out what is the impedance there. That is a question here. Find the input impedance. Okay, is it visible? Hello, is it visible? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the question is, we have to find out the input impedance here. What is the input impedance here? Okay, from the load point. So what we have to do, if you go for equations, as we know, it is difficult to do that. So to obtain that impedance at some point, because impedance changes here over the transmission line, it doesn't remain same, it varies. So at they asked you to find what is the impedance at 0.15 lambda. Okay, so you mark the load impedance on the Smith chart. So this is the position here. Okay, 70 plus J30, you convert this, normalize the value of this, normalize the value 1.4 and 0.6. It is normalized value is 1. This value, the value of that normalized value, already we did it. Okay, this is the one. Okay, normalized value is this. For this 70 plus J30, normalized value is this 1.4 plus 0.6. So you mark it on the Smith chart. This is a marking here, 1.4 circle, 1.4 circle and 0.6 reactance circle. They intersect here, we marked here, and we have drawn a VSWR circle. This is the VSWR circle now. So now what we have to do to find the input distance, input impedance at a point 0.15 lambda, from the load point, what we have to do, should move towards the generator. Towards the generator means in the clockwise direction. Starting from load point, you move towards the generator. That means in the clockwise direction on the VSWR circle, like this. Starting from you go on moving like this. Up to what distance you should move? 0.15 lambda. 0.15 lambda. From here you should move a distance of 0.15 lambda. Okay, how to move that? So here you draw a line from the center of the Smith chart passing through. Where is our load? It is 0.12 lambda, 0.19 lambda. This is 0.2, 0.192 lambda. Our load is, see, on the wavelength scale towards the generator scale is this. This is the towards the generator scale. Okay. What is this value here? 0.19. 0.19 is there, but one division ahead of that, 0.192. So 0.192 we are here, a load point. from here how much you should travel? 0.15 lambda. So to this value you add 0.125, 0.192 lambda here, 0.192. To that value 0.15 you add. How much you have to travel from there? You should travel, okay, 0.15. Where we are going to stop? It is at a 0.34 lambda, 0.342 lambda, 0.192 lambda. You add a 0.15 lambda. You will be getting 0.342. That means from here you stop at a distance, stop at a scale value of 0.342 lambda. See, this is a 0.342. Starting from here, you started at 0.192. Where we should stop? We should go on moving like this, okay, on the generator scale. See, towards the generator scale, move like this. Where you should stop? You should stop at 0.342 lambda. This is 0.34, this is 0.342. You stop here, okay, you stop here, because now it is we traveled a distance of 0.15 lambda. From here to here 0.15 lambda. So starting from here, if you move up to this 0.342 lambda, we traveled a distance of 0.15 lambda. You stop here. How did you get this 0.342 lambda, this position? Because to this previous value, add a value 0.15 lambda. That much of distance you should travel. Okay, to this value, if we add 0.15 lambda, we will be getting 0.342 lambda. So you stop there, here. That is on the generator scale. You stop here. Okay, and from here you draw a line to the center of the Smith chart. It cuts the VSWR circle somewhere here. Okay, now down what is the impedance here. Okay, that I got 1.1 minus j0.55. See here, from here, this is the circle. You should see which resistance circle is passing through this point. Resistance circle. This is a resistance circle. Okay, the resistance circle passing is approximately here I took 1 here. This is 1.1. This circle is passing approximately. You do it in your Smith chart carefully. This is 1. This is 1.2. This is 1.2. This circle is 1.2. That is not passing. Next circle is this 1.1 approximately. I took 1.1 resistance value, and the reactance circle value passing through this point is this. This is a reactance circle. See, this reactance circle is passing through the point here. Okay, this is a reactance circle. This is not passing. See, it is not. This is also not passing. This is a reactance circle, but this reactance circle is passing. You see what is the value here? It is not written upper part. This, don't take this 1.8. You should be written here outside, but not written. So you take in between the previous. This is 0.5. This is 0.6. See, this circle is 0.6. This is 0.5. The one passing is this one. It is in between 0.6 and 0.5. So it is 0.55. See this 0.55 circle. It is not written number here. Okay. Don't take this. This is for a susceptance. Okay, you should take a value written here, but it is not written. So what you have to do? You take this value 0.5. This is reactance circle value. This reactance circle value, and this reactance circle value is 0.6. So in between that, this reactance circle, that is 0.55. So you take a value 0.55 minus 0.55. Okay, this is the impedance at this position. So multiply that value by characteristic impedance. You will be getting the actual impedance at this position. So that is the impedance here. So what we did, from the load point, we traveled a distance of 0.15 lambda to reach this. Okay, 15 division. You have to move from here to here 15. Okay, how can we do? To this previous reading 0.192, you add a 15, 0.15 lambda, 0.15 lambda you add. Where so starting from 0.192, 0.192, you stop at a 0.342 here. This is 0.342 is here. Okay, you stop here. Okay, so here you stop and draw a line. It cuts somewhere here and note down here what is the impedance. Okay, from here to here the distance is 0.15 lambda. Okay, we stopped here and we noted a value here. That is the impedance here. Okay, reactance is negative in the lower part. That's why it is minus here. So like that, we can find out the impedance at any position over this line, any position over the line here, given distance. So from the load, you should move like this. You should move and stop wherever it cuts the, sorry, from here move the distance, given distance. Okay. And actually 0.15 means 15 divisions we can move. That's why 1 2 3 can count like that, 1 2 3. Or what we can do, to the previous reading here, whatever the reading, you add the value how much you have to move. Okay, we will be getting final value where we have to stop. See on the generator scale, see like towards the generator scale. Okay, it is like here, stop here and read the value. So that is a way we can find out the input impedance. So like that, for any distance you can find out the impedance. Okay, and also okay, this is one problem. Similarly we will see one more problem. Okay, see like this is the another problem here. A transmission line with a length 2.12 lambda, 2.12 lambda connected to a load. Okay, in figure A, shown below. Find the input impedance. Okay, a transmission line with a length 2.12 lambda connected to a load. Okay, it's what is the length of the line? 2.12 lambda. What they are asking, what is the input impedance? Find the input impedance here. Okay, that is a question here. What is the length of the line, overall length of the line given 2.12 lambda. Load is connected here. Okay, what is the input impedance? Because input impedance here, it is not equal to this on the transmission line. Is correct. See, it is not like low frequency and DC. In the low frequency and DC, we are treating this line as a short. So if you measure the impedance according to the low frequency, it is equal to this. But high frequency and RF, it is not like that. Okay, input impedance here, it is not equal to this. Okay, you should find out that based on the length of the line. Okay, so as we move like this, go on moving like this, how much distance you should move? 2.12 lambda from the load. This is the load here. From the load, move towards the generator. How much distance? 2.12 lambda and stop. If you travel this much of distance, we are coming to the input here. So measure the impedance there. Okay, travel this much of distance from load and stop. Find out what is the impedance. Okay, so to do that, what we have to do, you mark the load here. Okay, on the Smith chart. So this is the one here. Example 4. This is the load given. Load is given. Normalize this. Okay, this is a normalized value. Mark it on the Smith chart. Okay, mark it on the Smith chart. Where is that point? This is the point here. Okay, it is the intersection of 0.5 circle and a 0.4 reactance circle. It is the intersection of 0.5 resistance circle and a 0.4 reactance circle. 0.5 resistance circle is here. See here, this is a 0.5 resistance circle. Okay, this circle is 0.5 resistance circle. It intersect with the 0.4 reactance circle. This is minus 0.4. See, minus 0.4 below values. Minus 0.4 reactance circle is this. They are intersecting here. 0.5 resistance circle and 0.4 reactance circle. Okay, this 0.4 reactance circle intersecting here. Now this is a load point. We marked load point on the Smith chart. Load may be anywhere. Okay, so for this load is now here. Okay, and what is the question here? From the load, okay, you should travel a distance of 2.12 lambda. From here you should move like this, and where you have to stop at a distance of 2.12 lambda, and read the impedance there. Okay, that is a question here. So from the load point, this is our load point. From load, what we have to do? You should move like this towards the generator. That means from load point, you move on the VSWR circle. This is a VSWR circle. Mark the load point, draw the VSWR circle. See, this is a VSWR circle. Okay, take radius equal to this load up to from here to load. Take a radius and draw the circle. That is a VSWR circle. Now from load, you should move like this. That means From load point, move in the clockwise direction on the VSWR circle like this. Okay, and where we have to stop? Go on moving like this. Like this. You should stop after 2.12 lambda. Okay, so start from here, move like this, move like this, go on moving. Okay, actually, if, as I said in the earlier classes also, starting from load, if you go on move like this over a VSWR side, if you complete one rotation over this one times, if you complete the circle starting from load, come back, go on moving on the VSWR circle and come back to this point, load point, we will be traveling a distance of lambda by 2. Okay, so starting from here, if you move a distance of lambda by 2, zero point 0.5 lambda, 0.5 lambda, start from here and complete this, you will be traveling a distance of 0.5 lambda. So if you move a 0.5 lambda, okay, if you complete the circle. But what if I complete this, I will be traveling only 0.5 lambda. But how long I have to travel? 2.12 lambda. So once I complete 0.5 lambda, again I have to complete over the same, because the same impedance repeats again after lambda by 2, 0.5 lambda. So once we completed 0.5 lambda over, again you complete, 2 times we completed, then 1 lambda completed, 1 lambda over, 1 lambda completed. But 2 lambda we have to complete, again you move, okay, 3 times move over this, then 1.5 lambda, again you move over this, 4 times you complete the circle, then we will be traveled a distance of 2 lambda, maybe approximately here 2 lambda from here to here. So if you complete over this 4 times, we traveled a distance of 2 lambda over this line. Okay, 2 lambda we completed, but what next? 0.12 lambda left here. After completing 4 times over this, we completed a distance of 2 lambda, but 0.12 lambda left here. From here again you move 0.12 lambda again from here, 0.12 lambda, 0.12 lambda again from here, 2 lambda we completed, but further we should move 0.12 lambda to complete 2.12 lambda. So from here we completed 2 lambda, again 0.12 lambda is left. So move here like this. How much? 0.12 lambda. That is from here you move at 12 divisions. See here, this is a load point. We completed 4 times, we rotated 2 lambda on the transmission line, we came here somewhere here, but further 0.12 lambda left. So what we do draw a line, somewhere here, it cuts here on the generator scale here. From here you count 12 divisions. 12 divisions means 0.12 lambda, because each bigger division here 0.01 lambda. Okay, if you travel at 12 divisions, then we will be completing 0.12 lambda. So start from here, go on moving like this. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But see, actually we started from here to here, we started from here to here, but it is 2 bits, 2 divisions behind. So 12 divisions means 12 divisions is up to here, but you stand before 2 divisions here. Okay, starting from here, this is a 12 divisions, but you should stand at a 2 divisions behind this position, because here it is a 2 division behind this reading, okay, this position. So that 0.12 lambda is from here to here, is 0.12 lambda. So you complete from here 4 times. Okay, then we will be completing 2 lambda, and the remaining 0.12 lambda, okay, you start from here load, okay, you move that much of distance, remaining value here, whatever we have here. Okay, that is 0.12. 12 divisions actually, you should starting from here, 12 divisions you move. Okay, we will be coming to here. Okay, you stop here. From there you draw a line. It passes through the VSWR circle somewhere here. Okay, you know down what is the impedance at this position. That gives the input impedance. Because it is given 2 lambda, that's the problem here. Okay, because only if you complete entire the circle, you will be getting only 0.5 lambda. Okay, but 2 lambda means 4 times you have to rotate. And after that, so after completing 2 lambda, we will be at 2 lambda, but the remaining 0.12 lambda, some year. Okay, I already told how to do that. You do 0.12 lambda, you count over the generator scale. You move a distance of 0.12 lambda. You do yourself and stop wherever you travel, whenever you travel a distance of 0.12 lambda. Okay, then we will be completing 2.12 lambda. Okay, and from there you draw a line. It intersect passing through the to the center of the Smith chart. It intersect VSWR circle somewhere here. Note down the impedance here. Okay, so it is a resistance value and reactance value at this position. So reactance is somewhere value here, reactance value. Okay, so it is 0.2 is there, 0.3 is here, in between that point 0.55, 0.25. Okay, and resistance value 0.47 I have read. Okay, you do that. Okay, for this position you take this problem and do it in your Smith chart, and this value you will be getting approximately. Okay, not exactly. I have done okay, not in the exact, because on the system I am doing here. Okay, not on the hard copy. Okay, so approximately it is this value, and multiply that by Z0. We will be getting the input impedance at this position. Okay, so this is a value. Don't confuse it. If a 2 lambda is how to do that, it's once you complete 2 lambda, to complete the 2, if it is 3 lambda, you should complete by 6 times this one. Okay, 0.5 lambda means once. If it is 0.7, 1 times you should complete this. Next to remaining 0.02 lambda from here. Okay, like that we should do. Think, all of you think, and if you once you start doing the one, you will be able to do that. All of you must do. Take a hard copy and practice. Okay, so this is a way of finding input impedance. We can easily find from the Smith chart instead of using equations. Okay, so like this input impedance we can find at any position over the Smith chart. So we did at 0.15 lambda how to do that, and similarly even a larger distance is there, how to find out the input impedance. Okay, and unknown load impedance, how to find a unknown load value, that we studied. If you know the distance of maxima and minimas from the load, we can find the unknown load impedance. Okay, similarly we can find a distance of any value, any impedance. For example, I want okay, this is finding input impedance, distance input impedance at any given distance we can find. Okay, from the load just you move in the clockwise direction and stop that much of distance and draw a line, it cuts the VSWR circle, you read the impedance there. That is the procedure for finding the input impedance. I already told how to read the wavelength scale. Okay, all of you must practice it. Okay, see here, sometimes for example, I have a load, while traveling like this, I may be coming across some load, some impedance. For example, real part is 1 and reactance is a something while traveling like this. See, for example, if I start from the load point, okay, if I stop here, for example, if I stop at this position, what is the distance of that impedance from the load? For example, 1 plus j 0.55. Okay. Okay, this problem you will see. Okay, is it audible? Hello, is it audible? Hello, is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. See here, For example, I want to know, we are traveling over a transmission line. Okay, we travel over a transmission line. I want to find out at what distance the impedance is in the form Z is equal to, for example, like this. I want to know at what distance that impedance is. For example, 1 plus here Z Zin equal to 1, it may be 1 minus J x. Hello, is it audible? Is it audible? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, while traveling like this, see, I am from the load. I am traveling like this. Impedance changes. Okay. Impedance go on changes. See, what I want to know is, I want to find out a distance. I want to find out a distance at the. I want to know the distance at which the impedance, input impedance is 1 minus Jx. Input impedance is 1 minus Jx. 1 minus Jx means normalized value of impedance. So what I want to know is from the load. See here, from the load point. From the load point. This is for particular load I have drawn. Okay. From the load point I am moving towards the generator like this. Towards the generator I am moving. See, from here I am moving towards the generator. I want to stop where the impedance is this form. Where the impedance is this form. That means real value is 1. Okay, resistance value is 1 and reactance value may be anything, minus x, any value x may be. But real value, resistance value must be 1. Okay, so I am traveling like this. I want to find out the distance. At what distance the impedance real value is 1, resistance value is 1 and x is anything maybe. Okay, x value may be anywhere. So what I want to find out, I want to move over a transmission line. So from the load point, from the load points I want to travel like this. Okay, impedance changes here, impedance go on changes, but I want to find out a point or a position at which real part of the impedance or resistance part of the impedance equal to 1. Okay, and I want to measure the distance, at what distance that impedance is. Okay, so what I can do, see, starting from load point you go on moving like this, go on moving like this. Okay, there are impedance changes. Okay, impedance changes here. Because what is the impedance at any position? It is the intersection of resistance circle and the reactance circle. See, go on moving like this. I want the resistance value 1, but the reactance may be anything, any value it may be. But I go on moving like this. You should stop wherever this VSWR circle. See, this VSWR circle intersect the R is equal to 1 circle. Starting from load point, go on moving towards the generator. You stop wherever this VSWR circle intersects R is equal to 1 circle. You see, this is R is equal to 1 circle. This is R is equal to 1 circle here. Okay, this VSWR intersect R is equal to 1 circle here. You stop here, stop here. Okay, what I did, I moved like this. Wherever I find R is equal to 1, I stopped. So I moving like this, and wherever it intersect R is equal to, you see, go see like this. This is R is equal to 1 circle, because R value is 1 over the circle. You stop here. Okay, I stopped here. What I want to measure at what distance this is. I moved from here to here. What distance I moved? I moved like this. I stopped here. What is the distance I moved? That you can find out from the Smith chart. So what we have to do? We draw a line passing from here through this point. Okay, from here we draw a line passing through this point, because we stopped wherever resistance circle is there. This VSWR circle intersect R is equal to 1 circle. We stopped here. Okay, you draw a line passing through this point from the center to the wavelength scale here. Measure the distance from here to that point. Okay, that is the distance of the impedance at which resistance part is 1. You can find out that if we needed in impedance matching, we will see that. Okay, so like that we can find out if you want R value is equal to 1 but X may be anything, how to, at what position it is on the Smith chart, on the transmission line. See, while moving real part changes, X also changes here, impedance changes, real R value changes, X value changes. But what I want to do while traveling like this, whenever the resistance value is 1, I want to stop and I want to measure at what distance that is. Okay, how can I do that? From the Smith chart you can do that. Starting from load point, okay, you move like this. Wherever it intersect R is equal to 1 circle, you stop. Okay, measure the distance from here to here. How to do that? We have drawn distance up to distance scale, this load value. Okay, and similarly you draw a line passing through this your R is equal to 1 point here. It intersect wavelength scale somewhere behind. I have not drawn. You try it. Measure the distance from here to there. Okay, you will be getting a distance of that distance, at what distance that impedance on the Smith chart. Okay, impedance changes. This value may be somewhere here. At what distance that impedance we can observe. Maxima distance we can found already. So if you stop here, measure the distance from here, maxima position we can find. But what I want this impedance where it occurs on the Smith chart, sorry, on the transmission line where it occurs. I can find here. Similarly, if a 2 is there, that also I can find. If R is equal to 2, at what distance it is. What do I have to do? Starting from load, you stop wherever this is equal to 2, R is equal to 2. Okay, but it is not intersecting R is equal to 2, it may be lesser value always. Okay, 1.4 for example, where R is equal to 1.4, you start moving like this. So wherever it intersect with the R is equal to 1.4, you stop, draw a line passing through this, measure the distance from here to here. So we can find out that position where resistance value is 1.4, at what distance it is from here. See, like that. Okay, so like that we can find a position of or distance of a particular impedance, particular value of impedance where it occurs on the transmission line from the VSWR, sorry, from this Smith chart. You can easily do that. Okay, so that is needed here. Similarly, we can do where conductance value is 1. Okay, for example, from here where I want to stop, I am moving like this. Conductance value changes, resistance value changes, conductance, reactance, every value, all values will change. Wherever I, for example, I want to stop wherever conductance is 1. Okay, what I can do? Starting from load point, go on moving like this. Wherever this VSWR circle cuts the G is equal to 1 circle, you stop. See here, this is a circle, G circle, conductance circle. Conductance circle, G is equal to 1 circle. Okay, this is okay, this is 0.9 G, 0.9 G value is 0.9, it is written 0.9. This is 1.2, 1.2. Okay, 0.1 is this is a 1 circle, G is equal to 1. So go on moving wherever your VSWR circle intersect with the G is equal to 1 circle, you stop. So at this position, from here load point, at this position conductance value is 1, but there is a susceptance value is also there. We can read what is the value of susceptance at this position. Okay, like impedance value you can read, conductance value, every what the particular position. See, for example, here what is the conductance, what is the admittance value, what is the impedance value at this position, both we can read. Okay, at any position over this. Okay, impedance value is equal to 1.8 here, but what is the admittance value? Same position you read the conductance circle value and susceptance circle value, that gives the admittance value at that particular position. Okay, so like that over this circle, moving over this VSWR circle, nothing but moving on a transmission line. Okay, so we can find impedance at any position over this transmission line using this circle, VSWR circle. We can read the impedance, okay, by Smith chart using scale here available resistance, reactance, conductance and susceptance circles. Okay. Okay, I have posted that assignment. I have posted